Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Burrow will throw. Looking up here with Trent Taylor. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Trent Taylor, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Jets are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
On 2nd down, it's Hawkins, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
That complete to the former Bengal, C.J. Uzomah.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And the Jets are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Hall. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Touchdown, Jets! Breece Hall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First carry now for Chris Evans. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys.
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 31, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bengals have moved out in front. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down from C.J. Uzomah there in New York. They were quick to pounce on him when he hit the open market from Cincinnati. They saw him set career highs across the board in 2021, and they believe his ceiling is even higher. Plays like that reinforce that belief.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Burrow on play action. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow flushed out right. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Okay, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big completion position there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now it's Wilson. Caught right side, Davis.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
On the counter, it's Hall.
And some room to roam now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And some room to work. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Quiet, 64, weak.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Out of the gun. They run it with Hall.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
That's taken in by Higgins.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Boyd going to have a chance to run it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Sauce Gardner, he got downhill quickly and stuck him behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McPherson now for the extra point.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard
line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And he's got some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And even 100 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he stopped immediately there.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Wilson completes it to Davis.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Wilson on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now Wilson, a final shot before break.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Taking it about the 1.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
Ready, ready.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
first down right back to Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
H3218, chopper, chopper.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ready?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go. 11, empty paint.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
A draw play for Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there. Hold them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more play?
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Zerline connects on the extra point. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Stop!
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
He's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there. Watch it. I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step.
I'm one, right?
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wilson. Open man is Uzama.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well. And Carter, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Points certainly not in the premium here.
Throwing, Burrow. That's complete to Chase.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Burrow.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
To throw, Burrow.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. They find some open field here. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now is Wilson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Wilson to throw.
There's Hall bringing in another one. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. to throw.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap.